due east of the U.S. Capitol Building at Northwest Stadium in Landover. Today, a good one in store. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Washington Commanders. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, glad you were with us, and Daniel Carlson here to get things started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jaden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays, but he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down. On first down, Daniels. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. In trouble, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. Pass caught left side, that's Ertz. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. And here comes fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So the Raiders come out, and Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league. These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Keep it on Genty, and he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
Throwing now on third and long. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down.
It's a pretty good effort there on third and long. Initially, I really thought that screen was timed up pretty well, and he had a chance to pick up the first down. But give credit to the defense. It was the pursuit and running to the ball, and they're able to stop him just short.
McCaffrey going to return it. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Commanders offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Up here, but it's a gain of 5 on first down.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
And in motion is Brown. Wide on the RPO. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll manage only a couple. Adam Butler there on the tackle.
Taken down at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second go. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And 8 yards to go.
Unfortunately, Mike, over my career, I've been in this guy's shoes plenty of times, probably more than I wish to admit. You take your eyes off the ball. You think about becoming a runner before securing the catch, and when you do that, you end up watching the ball fall to the ground.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He's trying to get that one to Noah Brown. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And a good run there. It'll get him 5 yards.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. Brings up second down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Man in motion here is Tucker. A second down throw for Smith. Open man. That's Trey Tucker. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
It's a gain of 10.
10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for a Raider first down. This is Genty. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
23-yard line.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Play action now. It's Gino. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
He'll try to pick it up with Genty. Looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
Actually, a really nice play there defensively, Mike. And initially, I thought that penetration was going to bring him down in the backfield and bring up 4th down, but somehow, nice job by the back, angling his way forward. I think he's going to get this first down by about the length of the football.
Finding his tight end there. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Smith. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. The Michigan man, Mikey Sanger, still getting in on the corner blitz, and he comes up with a sack.
I think it's been pretty clear that the offensive emphasis has been on controlling the front. Don't allow them to get after your quarterback. Well, when you do that, it's pretty easy to lose sight of some of the secondary players, and this defensive back was used on the blitz, and he's able to get home.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Smith. Now he'll air one out. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set over. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
The ball carrier. Jermaine Pratt there on the tackle. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. To throw is Daniels. He'll get this into the hands of Debo. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
On the return is Tucker. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll start on the ground with Gentry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Throwing on 2nd down, Smith. That's brought in by Myers. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
I think what they're counting on there, Mike, is that the defense expects the ball to be run inside the tackles, thinking on 3rd and short, just go get the 1st down. Try to catch him off guard with the toss play, but the defense was all over it. Great speed and pursuit to the ball, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for the Raiders. Taken at the 19. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. So that'll do it for a fast-moving 1st quarter of play. What will the 2nd quarter have in store? It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. Commanders with the football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. They'll run, and this is Jeremy McNichols. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One play, one 1st down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big game.
The motion man here is McLaurin. Now a give up the middle. Move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
The looking middle, and he's got Brown. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
At the Raiders' 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's second down and 2. On the zone read, here's Daniels.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Daniels now on first down. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic first down.
The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face first and goal. Daniels going to keep it on the zone read. And he will take it in himself. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead.
Raiders nothing.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return is Dylan Laube. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. From the gun, it's Gino. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. They look middle, and it's caught by Beck. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
And it's third down.
Here's Gino. They'll look to set up the screen here. Loose inside the 30. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A big play there for the Raiders. 39 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
And he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
Man in motion here is Tucker. The run out of the gun for Gentile. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down.
And it's third down.
Working out of the gun, Smith. This one is hauled in on the feet in bounds. Yes! Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, Vegas. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Raiders will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. On the return, here's Luke McCaffrey. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
That'll be taken in by Krosky Merrick. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here's Tress Way now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Raiders offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. Smith now to throw on first down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Here's a handoff to Jensen. Won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, that's it.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Here's a third down and 4. Geno to throw, and that is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Here's their punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away.
Put an end to this, but a great return to the other side of midfield.
The Commanders' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. In motion is Brown. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He was brought down by Malcolm Kuntz. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 9. To the ground, he'll get it again. And he's going to pick it up. Take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now Daniels. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll be out of bounds. Down at the 20. That screen goes for 12. And that's a first down.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
That's another.
Anytime you're running a toss play, you're really just in a race to the perimeter of the defense. Is my guy faster than your guy? In this case, the speed in the backfield wins. He picks up big yardage and the first down.
A run on 1st and goal. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Great job here by the defense, making sure that they have one defender responsible for the running back and one responsible for the quarterback. In this case, they decide to give it to the back. He's taken down for a loss.
Daniels to throw on second down. This one caught at the floor.
Daniels pass. Complete to Noah Brown. 4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. We'll line up at the 3-yard line again. They'll try to punch it in on 3rd and goal. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th and goal.
Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Daniels going to keep this himself. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
On first down, here's Gino to throw. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. They're able now to go down.
Oh, big hole, left side. Still on the move. And he is gone. 84 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Raiders will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Commanders 7.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. He'll step up and run. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime.
Commanders
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage.
On first down, Daniels. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second, as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
1st and 10 now from the 36. That's caught left side. That's Ertz. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Daniels gonna throw again. Hauled in at the 2. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Laube now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far. On 1st and 10, it's Genty. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. the shotgun. Smith. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
A gain of 14.
Give him 14 on that one.
Raiders.
First down, Vegas.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. They run out of the gun with Genty. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. That's hard! And he will go all the way. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Las Vegas. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Carlson now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Raiders will take a 21-7 lead.
21. Commanders 7.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Play action. Here's Daniels. Looking to Samuel on the outlet. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
3rd and short, and it's Daniel. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he will have the the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On second down, they run the counter. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. And a Washington first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to tuck it and go. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Commanders.
There wasn't anywhere really for him to go with the ball. The defensive backs did a great job of taking away his progression read. But that pass rush, they just can't get home, and he ends up making the play with his legs and moves the chains.
To the ground, a first down run. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Jermaine Pratt there on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 6. Off his own read, Daniels gonna hang on to it. The defense not biting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
A loss of 1.
You know, Mike, it's funny when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. That's caught. Outside. It's complete. 17 yards that time from number 17.
17 yards. That's good for a Washington.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
On second down, it's Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 11.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. Forced out left. And he will get into the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Gay to add the PAT. It's up and through. The Commanders draw closer here. It's 21-14.
Commanders 14.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. The RPO, that one is complete.
Smith's pass, complete to Jacoby Myers. It's a gain of 5, brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Geno. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 23
First time
yards.
they've looked his way all
And a
game
Raider
long,
first down.
but he comes through with the grab and a first down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Intended for Jacoby
Anytime you see a
Myers.
receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
Now Smith. He'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
It brings up 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
52-yard attempt.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders going to extend their lead. It's now 24-14. All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. To return, it's McCaffrey. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. go play action here with Daniels. He takes off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. A handoff as they try to run it here. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Here's a 3rd and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. To start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The tackle made by Dorrance Armstrong. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Smith. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
Mike, I don't really even think this is much of a conversation. On the plus side of the 50, I think you've got to keep your offense on the field, stay aggressive, and try to maintain possession. You get field position like this, you want to make sure this drive ends with some sort of points.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of play. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
No gain on the play.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniels. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
And goal to go.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 39 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities at the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies, but the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass, and I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
Daniels to throw on second down. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Washington. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now Gay for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and Ashton Jeanty heading back out onto the field here. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. On first down, here's Gino to throw. That one's down the field, but it is incomplete. Trying to get it out to Ashton Jeanty that time. It's second down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
To the right side and caught by Bowers. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Raider first down. To throw is Smith. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. In motion, Besh. On second down, Smith. He'll get this complete to his tight end Bowers. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
They'll run the sneak, and he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And that will lead to a second down. From the shotgun, Smith. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. Third down coming up.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
In motion, Besh. From the gun on third down, Smith. He's got his man. That's Besh. A gain of 18 for number 18. And a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Raiders.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
A second down throw for Smith. He'll find Pinkney out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Gino now on 1st and 10. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
At the Commanders' 13.
And it all starts with that missed block up front. Anytime a defender's able to get upfield and vertical that far, there's just really not much you can do to stop it.
Throwing on second down, Smith. That one caught by Besh. And they get a little bit back there, but still a long ways to go coming up with 3rd and goal. 17-yard line.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
So big kick coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. The return starts from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Commanders' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start out first down and 10. Give on the ground, and they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Terrific starter there, gain of 15, and a first down.
That's good for a Washington.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. A short one there. He's got Ertz. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6.
So the whole, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the fourth quarter, Mike, facing a tough third down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle. He's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down.
Here in the fourth quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance.
Oh, the ball's out, and the Raiders have come up with it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
The Raiders offense and Jacoby Myers set for their next drive. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Genty. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Taken down about the 28, but move the chains. That's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
First and 10. Once again, it's Genty. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. A pair of first downs gives them first and 10, up at the 40. They try the zone read. It's Smith on the keeper. So first down with 2-minute warning. They'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Here's a handoff to Genty. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Smith's going to keep this himself. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. The Raiders send their punt team out. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll step up and run.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
Here is 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He gets it to Samuel, left side. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. 13 yards on the catch there. First down, Washington.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, Your quarterback needs to be on point, and after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
To the outside, into the hands of McLaurin. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Not the biggest gain in the world, Mike, but what I really like from the quarterback is just the timing of the drop, the timing of the delivery, and hopefully this can jumpstart this offense in the right direction.
Third and short, and it's Daniel. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Commanders first down.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Here we go. One final play. He'll step up and run this. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.